After a decade of being an Android user, just the idea of switching to iPhone seemed totally crazy for me. But I did that a year ago with iPhone 12, and now, after a year of being a real Apple user, I made another ridiculous thing. I bought a new one. But I do have a reason for it. I truly believe that iPhone 13 mini is the best iPhone ever. And today I want to explain why, and I have 5 points on my list. So recharge your dislikes and let's go. And number one is dimensions. It is sad to say, but in my opinion, mobile market right now is a bit dull. Massive revolutionary changes in the mobile industry have evolved into evolutionary changes. More cameras, more memory, larger displays, etc. As a result, sometimes it led to some ridiculous phones, and also it brought us to the market of huge devices. It's nearly impossible to find a small phone, but even if you do that, 99% chance this phone is worse than 13 mini. I liked iPhone 12's size, but now I feel that it was just on the edge of convenience, and just putting it on the case was enough to make it too big and too uncomfortable for use. So over the past year I've worn my phone without a case, and now I have several scratches on its aluminum frame. Probably I lied to myself when I thought that 12 size is perfect, because now I see and now I feel that perfect, it's about 13 mini. With or without the case, it doesn't matter. It's still just cool to hold the phone in one's hand. Probably the only thing that could make iPhone 13 mini even better in terms of ergonomics is a fingerprint sensor, built-in display, or like power button on the side of the phone, for example, at least as an option besides Face ID. The next one is the screen. I compare it to another iPhones in the line, and honestly, in my opinion, iPhone 13 mini has all main aspects, all main features of the new displays from the new generation. I mean, almost the same Super Retina technology, same contrast level, True Tone support, and even higher pixel density. Maximum brightness level is a bit less, 800 nit versus 1000 nit in the 13 Pro display, but in everyday use it's really complicated to see that difference. The main feature of the 13 Pro screen is ProMotion, technology that allows to change refresh rate up to 120 Hz. Sounds great, but it doesn't work for me. I mean, I can see the difference and feel all benefits of higher refresh rate, but only in one case. If I switch to regular display after a long time of using a device that supports high refresh rate. So only that contrast gives me opportunity to feel the difference. And for me it means that I don't need it at all, especially if it requires some extra money and extra pay. The next point is battery life. It was the reason why I didn't purchase iPhone 12 mini last year, although I prefer it more in terms of size and ergonomics. 12 mini's battery was small, just around 2200 mAh, and you could feel it in the everyday use. Battery capacity in 13 mini is just 10% higher, but due to more efficient chipset or some tricks with display and optimization, 13 mini works much longer from one charge. I've got around 6 or 7 hours of screen on average, according to iOS built-in statistics, and it's comparable with the iPhone 12 and way better than 12 mini. Another thing to mention, charging speed. I mean, there is no any new technology or new high-speed charge or charging device in here, but small battery needs less time to get charged, and it requires around 25 or 30 minutes to charge phone from 0 to 50%, and another half an hour to do 80 or 85%. The fourth point is the camera. I felt quite skeptical about the camera after my first days with iPhone 12, but now, after a year of everyday use, probably the only concern, the only complaint I have is the quality of selfies made in low light conditions. What can I say about the camera in the new phone? All I said previously about display is true regarding the camera. Apple has put all the meaningful features in 13 and 13 mini, and the difference between 13 and 13 Pro is quite small, in my opinion. I mean, surely 13 Pro has optical zoom, but for me it's almost a gimmick feature. Ultra-wide camera gives me opportunity to look at familiar things from a different perspective, to create some distinctive pictures, and telephoto just helps me to zoom. And let's be honest, telephoto camera here is way behind specific periscope models in phones like S21 Ultra, Huawei Mate 40 Pro, Vivo X50 Pro, etc. So the telephoto camera is not on the top of the range level, but the wide and ultra-wide models are. They really are. The quality of pictures is insane, as well as video, especially in low light. You can see some examples on the screen. And the last point is the price. $699 for the flagship phone seems quite attractive for me. I mean, this phone, 13 and 13 mini, they got all the main features, all the main aspects from the new iPhone generation. This old-fashioned design, new cameras, new display, new hardware. To be honest, this time I find this huge difference in price between 13 mini and 13 Pro and Pro Max not as justified as it was during last years. And again, it's the best compact phone on the market, and even if there's some Android flagships that can compete with new iPhones in terms of specs and price, you just won't find anything that can beat 13 mini in terms of size and ergonomics. Unfortunately, according to actual data in use, 13 mini, as well as 12 mini before, is the least popular model among all new lineup. And even more, it seems like Apple is going to replace the mini version in the new iPhone 14 generation with the iPhone 14 Max, bigger version of iPhone 14. In a bad scenario, the 13 mini is the last small flagship phone made by Apple. But I want to believe in another option. Apple will announce and release the Max version during the September event, and then they will switch outdated SE based on iPhone 8 body to a new design based on iPhone 13 mini. Just imagine, it would be much closer to the original SE and with some compromises in specs, but with the price around $400, this device definitely will be a bestseller. All we can do right now is just wait and see. Meanwhile, we have iPhone 13 mini, the best iPhone on the market, and probably ever. So this is it. As you could probably notice, English is not my native language, and it was my first video made in English. So I hope I will improve my language skills in the nearest future, and my new videos will be better, not only in terms of quality of like the picture, etc., but also in terms of my speech. Thank you for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't want to skip new videos, and I hope we'll see soon. We will see each other soon.